Okay, no, I gotta check. This is autistic anal thing. Okay, it's recording. Record.
Vibra cam.
Okay, now we got shaky cam. We're definitely on record.
Setting it on top of a beer box. It's a very high-tech tripod. Might be a little bit tricky, but we had to break away for a moment to do it.
Okay, lean towards the center.
Captain Morgan's commercial. Lean towards the center. There's enough.
That's it. Okay. That's what we want you to do. Lean towards the center.
Okay. So, you want me to finish this story or what?
Okay, I want you to finish the story.
Okay, so I think before we...
Can you see that far?
Oh yeah, I can see that far.
Okay.
So, this deer, which appeared suddenly and didn't know I was there, I wanted to tell you folks about him making snowballs with his nose. My dad used to say, yeah, I saw this deer and he's just got his nose down, making snowballs. And of course, as a kid, you're going, that sounds kind of retarded. Until you see them actually do it, and they kind of put their nose in the ground and they kind of push the snow and it rolls up because it's kind of sticky. And it's,
for no apparent reason.
Well, I think they're sniffing to see if there's anything edible down there. They eat lichen sometimes. They'll get up on the rocks and they stir up the lichen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this deer doesn't know I'm standing there. He's coming towards me, got his head down, and it's like he sees my boots.
Oh,
and he goes, well, that's weird, that's dark. And then he looks up, and because I'm wearing white coveralls, I'm just white. And then the top half is your blaze orange, but to the deer it sees in black and white, so it's just really white.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know what to make of this, so he like panics and he stomps down one foot, and I don't move. And then he decides, no, that's retarded. Stomping my feet at him, because I've had lots of deer do that to you. They'll stomp their feet to see if they can get a reaction out of you, and then if you move, they know it's alive.
Oh, jeez.
So he hops around. I throw up the rifle while his back's turned to me, and I'm looking at him through the scope, and his head's about this big. And I'm going, he is so close. If I shoot him, I'm going to get blood all over me. it just is, you know, this didn't start out like you wanted to take him in the first place. And so why would you shoot him now just because you had this even closer encounter? And so he just kind of walked off. And I enjoyed the experience really tremendously and never forgot it.
So you had him in your scope, but you passed him up?
Mm-hmm. Then, the weirdest thing happened. Later, I'm rewinding this film in my head about this experience that I had was so great. That, you know, I snuck up on this deer and then he got the hammer on me and then I froze and he walked right up to me. And I was looking at him so crystal clear. And after this was all over, it occurred to me one of his ears was all fucked. It was hanging over.
Get it out.
It was drooping. It was like bent in half. Like not like a German Shepherd, but like a lab.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, that is the weirdest thing. I've never seen that before. And I got thinking later that, well, maybe he was sparring with another youngster and pinched that between the two horns and damaged the cartilage. Any number of things.
Deer ears, they stand straight up.
Yeah.
They're a hard cartilage.
Yeah, but if the animal's young and it pinches it hard enough, could it break that cartilage?
Sure.
Like they tell you, never pet the ears on a German Shepherd. Don't when they're young, because you'll break that cartilage and end up with floppy ears. I don't know if that's true or not. You guys are in the business. You tell me. So anyway, the most important part of this whole story is now you know what this deer looks like. He's got one floppy ear. 4 years later.
4 years later.
4 years later, me and Cameron are hunting. We're coming up on the boot to the ravine. And I'm at the edge of the ravine, and I can hear them on the other side of the ravine. They're walking. And I'm being really quiet. Well, Cameron's coming through about 100 yards away, and he doesn't know what I'm doing. So he comes busting out on the edge of the ravine.
He's just trying to catch up to you.
And these deer are running. And they're on the other side of the ravine going through the trees, and I'm just seeing little flashes here and there. And I take a poke at one of them, and I don't see any immediate results because I am shooting way too far away through a lot of trees. And if you're the shooter, you never hear the bullet hit. If you're a bystander, you will hear the bullet hit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cameron shows up, and I'm a little bit grumpy because he didn't really make any difference. He got the show on the road, really. So I said, okay, well, you know what? They're bolted down the ravine. There's a beaver dam on the far side, so they can't cross that. They're going to come out. They're going to run right into the lake. So they only have two choices. They can turn right or turn left. And if they turn right, they're going to come right back up on the ridge. If they turn left, they're going to have to get across that beaver dam, and we're not going to get them.
Right.
So we'll split up 100 yards apart, and we're going to go straight to the lake. And hopefully we can cut them off when they come up the ridge. I start down the ridge. We're going and going and going, and I hit a gully in the ridge, and it's full of willows, and it's full. These willows are 7 feet high.
Oh, geez.
If I stop and I go around it, I'm going to be way behind Cameron. And this is going to restrict my ability to shoot at anything, because as long as he's out beside me, then I can shoot this much.
Yeah.
But as soon as he gets ahead of me, I can shoot this much.
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
that's pretty much airspace over the ravine, because where I'm expecting to encounter them is face on.
Yeah.
So I decide I'm going to cross.